Today we're sitting here with Andy Beer, multiple transplant recipient,
Yeah.
3 in fact, originally from the UK, now residing in Australia. Thanks
hmm
for taking the time to chat with us, Andy.
That's okay. My pleasure. Thank you.
Now, I want to make sure I've got this right. So, because it's quite incredible, really, for someone like myself, thinking what you've achieved. So, original transplant in 1994 at
Yes.
24 years of age, heart transplant.
Yep.
Yep. And then second one in 2006, and another heart.
Yes.
And what was the reason for the second heart?
So I can't say the scientific term, but basically, two of the main arteries were virtually blocked up,
Yeah.
and that's caused by the immunosuppressant drugs. They cause the blocking of the arteries long term. So it's like a long term rejection, they call it, or they did.
Yeah. Okay. And
There's no
then
support than that.
there was that, and then the third, which was a kidney transplant
Yeah.
in 2006. So 3 organ transplants.
I had the kidney transplant in 2014.
2014.
Yeah,
Right.
my kidneys failed in the end of 2012,
Yeah.
and after doing all the biopsies, basically it looks like that was due to the immunosuppressive drugs as well,
Right. Okay.
damaging the kidneys. Yeah,
There you go. Quite a journey you've been on. So could
a
you
little bit.
Yeah, rewind a bit and tell us what was the reason for the first transplant?
Yeah, okay. So originally I had a virus cardiomyopathy. So I was 23 years of age. Just a fit young guy, and then within a few weeks, I'd gone from that to like being out of breath. I was actually taking delivery of some chemicals at work, which was a monthly thing. Um, so it was quite obvious, I've done that. It was a normal thing to do, and then suddenly this particular delivery, I could only do half the delivery off the back of the van, and I couldn't do no more. I was absolutely out of breath, and so we knew something was wrong. Uh, my boss actually dropped me off at the GP on the way home, and it was misdiagnosed as a chest infection, which I think was probably a common thing. So
Yeah,
I walked home, which was
right.
like a 40-minute walk. That developed into a problem within a few days. I had a problem with my left leg started going numb, my foot went numb. And I carried on working. I seen the GP again, and he said he thought that was a separate problem, and we'd deal with that after the chest infection. Um, he diagnosed I'd got gout in my big toe, so all this was sort of going on within like 3 or 4 weeks. All this was happening together.
Yeah,
Um, so I did. I went back to work for probably 3 days with a completely numb foot. I could not feel my foot at all because that was me. I just got on with it. But then this is all happening within like a week of originally having this big misdiagnosis. But then at the end of the week, I was having problems getting out of bed, and my dad called the GP to the house, and there was a few unfortunate things went on. And the one thing was this GP that came out to the house was the first guy to actually listen to my chest and take my pulse. So even
right.
though the first GP had diagnosed this chest infection, he'd never actually listened to my heart or anything. So of course this guy came out to the house and said, "No, yes, maybe a chest infection is there, but this isn't just a chest infection. Something more serious is going on." And yeah, so by that evening I was in hospital. And again, they couldn't diagnose what was going on for about 3 days. Sent me to another hospital, which was the Queen Elizabeth, which I reckon at the time was one of possibly two hospitals in the Midlands that was cutting edge.
Yeah,
And even then, their transplant department had only been running probably 12 months, 18 months.
yeah.
And I was sat there, and this specialist came up. I'd been told I'd got a virus, but nothing else. And the specialist come onto the ward, and his first words was, "Mr. Beer, has anybody spoke to you yet about a heart transplant?" And I just like,
Whoa.
"No, no, you got the wrong guy. I'm only in for a virus." And he explained, yeah, it's a serious virus. There's no
Yeah,
cure. And yeah, my world just collapsed in. That was it. It was a shocker. And then obviously I'd got to then break the news to mum and dad because they was at work at the time. So
Right.
that
Right.
was probably harder breaking the news to them than it was taking the news myself. I think that was
Yeah, I can
3 years
imagine.
of age.
And then now 29 years, I
Yeah,
believe, will be on in
yeah,
2 days' time on Sunday. Will be
possibly. Yeah, you probably know the dates better than me.
20, yeah, Donna, your partner's been keeping me informed. So,
Oh, it's
yeah,
April. That's right. It is. Yes.
so Sunday, 29 years since that
Yes.
original heart transplant, mate, which is incredible.
Yeah.
Have you got anything organised? Or Donna probably has.
She might. I just forget the dates now. It's
Yeah,
it's all a bit of a blur. I just get on with it. To be honest,
yeah,
it's just life goes on. So
yeah.
that's how I've always treated it. I've respected obviously having to take the tablets and stuff, but other than that, I've just tried to lead a normal life, which
Yeah.
means sometimes not really dwelling on what's happened in the past.